Book 1, Chapter 5, Section 5 of Calvin's Institutes. And I think foundationally, Calvin lays out a number of things in this fifth chapter, fifth section, that I think are worth reflecting on in their own video, even though I might be a little short of 5 minutes. So he continues on looking at the manner in which natural man will attempt to suppress the truth, and at the extremes, he references that Aristotle, while he had and was intent on a good and moral and virtuous life on many fronts, was also intent on disproving the immortality of the human being's soul. That the person, the individual, in his doctrine, had no immortal soul, and Calvin relates that back to the suppression of this truth implanted in the mind of man because we're made in God's image and visible. The power of God, the wisdom of God, Romans 1, evident and visible in creation, that ultimately that is essentially man aiming at the jugular of of what would have a human being, naturally speaking, seek after God and seek to understand God. Because if you remove the immortality of the soul, and there is no judgment, there is no heaven or hell, there is no future states of rewards or punishments, there is no resurrection of the just and the unjust alike to be laid bare before the judging eye of God. If that isn't coming, because when we're planted in the ground, we're done, or when you're turned to ash, or when you're thrown into the heart of the sea, you're literally just fish food, you're fertilizer, and that's it. Then this life only has the level of meaning that you can superficially attach to it. And Calvin, in both a profound and kind of a bittersweet way, lays out the astounding nature of man made in God's image, that the depths of man's soul and his intellect and his ability to wonder and to reflect on the heavens one minute and the earthly realm the next, and to go from this to that, that man is such a wonder in himself that he has to literally invent new things, new forms of art, new sciences, new avenues of discovery, just so that he can have an outlet for the overflowing depths and reservoir that comes out of his soul. And even with all that, the glory of God and man can still be used as an avenue to ignore God or suppress the truth about God. Calvin highlights a number of poets here. Virgil, first and foremost, who, if you've read Dante's Divine Comedy, Virgil is actually the one who serves as a guide for Dante going down from the sort of the land of the virtuous heathen into the depths of hell as Dante imagines them. But he highlights Virgil basically to say that these poets and thinkers and philosophers, in terms of both biblical thought but also human rationality and logic, always operate out of a self-referential frame. That man is not made in the image of God, but rather man is the pinnacle of a creation that has created itself and endowed itself with sort of the virtue and the wonder that it has. That even the best thinkers or minds among us, and we are prone to this too, that if we attempt to live apart from God's word and the explanation and expounding of his truth, that we are essentially a creation marveling at its own creator, which is itself. And that's little more than what evolution is doing. It is a creation that has created itself. And yet, what is the dilemma that everyone who espouses that ideology and belief system must face? It's purposeless. It's meaningless. It's detached. It's impersonal. Even if you can find a means by which to explain and rationalize it, it leaves your life without ultimate purpose. which isn't how man was made to live. Well, thank you for listening. I hope that was a benefit to you.